You will be dominated. You will be dominated. What's good? What's going on, my skin post? Welcome to the channel. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and share. Share your love. Get the word out. Okay. A lot of men do not understand this, and I think a lot of people feel like they can just be left alone to their own devices. They say if you plan to fail, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. Okay. So if you don't have a definitive plan for your life, now we're not saying you should know everything, the knots and crosses about your life. No, but if you don't have any sense of direction, somebody will be directing you, and they will direct you whether it's like specifically, like literally in a literal sense, like your boss says, "Hey, you go drive that truck or drive that car or pick up that thing or go get me that." That's directives. Or in the army sense, shoot that guy. That's the enemy. You be taught. You be told who are the enemies. You be told, like, you won't have a mind of your own. I'll drop my pen. So you would be dominated in thought and in your energy. And you're a free-born individual. Now, this message is only for the few that want to craft their life. Some people are happy to just be like, okay, just tell me what to do and I'm going to do it. And they'll say that even to a woman. Some men, they live such very simple, pathetic lives. And I say pathetic because they just are absolutely just inundated with information. Do this, go this, do that. They don't have a mind of their own. They're being dominated. And you always will be dominated if you don't have your own compass. If you don't set it like, okay, in regards to a parent, this is what I'll allow my children to do. In regards to my job, this is what I'll allow my boss to tell me what to do. In regards to my own life, my faith, this is what I will tolerate from my pastor. Some pastors are bad, believe it or not. In regards to my marriage, this is what it is. If you do not define these compass points, you will be dominated. We as men sometimes are too easygoing. And females are on the prowl trying to dictate to us how to live, how to talk. You can't talk like that, or you can't wear that. And you're like, what's wrong with this? What's wrong with saying that? I'm being truthful. In a work environment, you can't wear hair like that. In a marriage, oh honey, you can't wear that tie. I don't like that color. Now, I'm not saying it's wrong to take advice. It's wrong to be guided somewhat. But it's where you do not have your own identity in this world. You're simply dominated. If it's a relationship dynamic, you're simply like a high level simp who has no mind of your own. There's nothing more pathetic than the energy of masculinity being deduced to absolute just dominated. You worse than being worms. Worms, you just take them, feed them to chickens. I got a farm. You feed them to chickens. They just there waiting for something to happen to them. They're not proactive. You feed them, you fatten them. So as a man, the best thing you can do for yourself is cultivate your life and set your compass. This is what I will do and will not do. These are my parameters. These are my boundaries. And that for you to live that kind of lifestyle, you have to engage in the act of denial. Okay? Deny yourself certain things. Don't go out. Because sometimes somebody will invite you along and then they abuse you. Somebody says, I'm doing you some good, and then they'll misuse you. So sometimes you need to be in a place where you're uncomfortable to learn to be uncomfortable with your uncomfortable thoughts and deal with them so that you're not dominated. Because if you don't take the time to deal with those things, your insecurities, your shortcomings, your self-analysis. When I talk about therapy, you do like a therapist's work really. You self-analyze. I'm like, okay, this behavior, I'm being manipulated. We have enough information. And also content creators, especially in the rap sets, they tend to say, well, as a man, you're supposed to be screwing around everything that moves, everything that's beautiful. No. The biggest power you can have over yourself as a man is being able to keep to yourself. Because you'll be disease-free, baby-free, and make your own decision, make your own money. If you got your money up, you don't need nobody else. Anybody that comes in is on the same level or higher. I like you. Okay, cool. You're not, oh my God, what must I do to please you? No, you will be dominated that way. So you do not want to be dominated as a man. You want to let your life be full and guide your life. In my case, I got a biblical worldview, so I believe in the Most High. So I pray, I read and so forth. But I do not want to, my work determines my direction, or my woman determines my direction. No, you have to know who you are as a person. Because before your work, there was you. Before your woman, there was you. Before your child, there was you. So it's very admirable to say family comes first. And whenever the family picks up the phone, whether it's your wife or child, and you there running around crazy, people will abuse you because they know you're kind. You will be dominated. So you need to dominate your own life and say, hey, in this area I'm lacking. Train yourself. Be mindful. Take inventory of your character flaws and write it down and change it. Because if you don't, you'll be the most pathetic thing that ever lived. Because why? Because you made no difference to this world. A man that just floats and just is dominated is the most pathetic thing, because your natural essence that the Most High gave you never gets utilized for any good. You just become like a servant to everybody else. All right. Peace, love, and blessings.